The new defensive coordinator is more familiar face to the SEC for the Auburn Tigers, and that's Brian VanGorder. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, Wes.
How you been?
I've been good.
Yeah,
I've been good.
What's it like coming back, and as successful as things went in the NFL, what was it like coming back to the college game where you had been, obviously?
Well, a lot different than when I went into the SEC at the University of Georgia, for instance.
Yeah.
Different coming back to the college game in respects to, where I am as a football coach intellectually, so to speak, and then dealing with players from an intellectual standpoint that are much different than the pro player. So, that's been kind of the toughest part and the most interesting part. And not that it was foreign to me because, as you know, Wes, Tony, the rookies that we get in the NFL, it was going through the process with them very similar to what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
With 50 guys here. So,
well, the thing about it is, Coach, from your time at Georgia, you know what this league is all about. You know how important defense is, and you inherit a defense here that's talented but was extremely young. What did you find when you first got here at Auburn?
Well, I think that the youth that you speak of kind of has a tendency to give an entire group, a lack of confidence, so to speak. A bunch of guys that are, trying to learn their position and then more robotic in their position and not really understanding, what a team defense and how a defense works together has been a real challenge. So, we do get the advantage of, the wisdom and experience that they gained a year ago, and I think they can move closer to understanding that they're not the only guy on the field. There's 10 other guys with them, and then grow in a system and grow in the idea of situational football that helps them function better.
What was the conversations like with you and Gene Chizik putting this together? Because I envision tremendous things on boards and markers flying and diagrams and sets and so forth and blitz packages and coverages and things like that. I mean, two good, really defensive coaches getting together and masterminding things. Am I far off base, or is it a lot of philosophical talk? How does it work?
Well, as you know, Wes, I mean, a head coach in the SEC has a lot of responsibility.
Sure.
So, it may be exaggerated a little bit in terms of what you're saying, but at the same time, we've had some outstanding conversation in respects to the game and different ideas and what I learned in the NFL and years ago. It's interesting, but Gene and I we kind of paralleled each other's careers. And when I was leaving Georgia, or considering leaving Georgia, and going to Jacksonville was interviewing him. So we were both on that kind of track. And of course, him staying in college ball and then me going to the NFL. There's a lot of shared conversation in terms of, hey, what was it like there? And, hey, what have you grown from back in your Auburn days? So it has been stimulating that way, I think, for both of us.